Hello everybody. My name is Miss Kelly and today we are going to be reading We Are Water Protectors, a beautifully illustrated book by Carole Lindstrom and Michaela Goade. Water is the first medicine, Nokomis told me. Look, you see how she painted the water and the people in the water? A little girl and her grandmother. We come from water. It nourished us inside our mother's body, as it nourishes us here on Mother Earth. Water is sacred, she said. Look how beautiful. All this blue represents water. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. The river's rhythm runs through my veins. It runs through my people's veins. I see the elders and the women playing their drums and telling their stories through songs. Do you know a story? A song that tells a story? And here, the little girl who is surrounded by water. Look. My people talk of black snake that will destroy the land. Look how beautiful. Do you know what those birds are? What do you think the black snake is supposed to be? Spoil the water, poison the plants and animals, wreck everything in its path. When my people first spoke of the black snake, they foretold that it wouldn't come for many years. So now, all these people here are people from the past, her ancestors, telling stories around the fire. If we move over here, we see the grandmother telling the stories to the children. Now the black snake is here. Its venom burns the land, courses through the water, making it unfit to drink. What do you think this black snake is? It's not a real snake, but it represents something. Do you know what that is? Take courage. I must keep the black snake away from my village's water. I must rally my people together. So now this little girl has decided how she is going to show up for her community. You again see the beautiful blue that represents the water. To stand for the water, to stand for the land, to stand as one against the black snake. And you see her people is with her family as they stand to protect the water and creation. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here, but it will not be easy. So as we saw the people, her ancestors standing with drums, now we see them as they sing songs that tell their stories, as they stand against this black snake. Do you understand what the black snake is yet? We fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, the winged ones, the crawling ones. So as they stand up for clean water, they're also speaking for all the birds and the bugs and the bees, and the animals that can't talk. The four-legged, the two-legged, the plants, the trees, the rivers, and the lakes. So by standing up and speaking up about the dangers that oil can have on water, they're also speaking for these different animals. Can you see? All who need water, right? The earth. We are all related. Look how beautiful. Can you see all these people and the animals and the plants around the earth? We're all created together. Tears like waterfalls stream down, tracks down my face, tracks down my people's face. So they're sad. Why do you think they're sad? What would make them so sad about the water? Water has its own spirit, Nokomis told me. Water is alive. Water remembers our ancestors who came before us, she said. Do you know that water actually, scientifically, it has been proven that water has memory. Water carries the memory of all the people that came before us. We stand with our songs and our drums. We are still here. We are stewards of the earth. Our spirits have not been broken. It's not easy always speaking up, but they continue to stand and they speak and they sing their songs. Look at that turtle. Isn't that beautiful? We are water protectors. We stand. The black snake is in for the fight of its life. Look at all these people that came to stand with this little girl and her people because they knew that the water was important. In the Ojibwe culture, women are the protectors of the water and men are the protectors of the fire. Perhaps it is for that reason that I felt compelled to speak for the water through this story. Humans have been mistreating Mother Earth for millennia, and indigenous peoples have long acted as stewards of the planet, giving a voice to our silent home. There is an Anishinaabe prophecy that speaks of two roads. One road is a natural path. It leads to the global peace and unity that embraces the sacred relationship between humanity and all living things. On this path, all orders of creation, mineral, plant, animal, human, are relatives deserving of respect and care. We are instructed to use our voices to speak for those who have not been given a voice. On this path, there is no black snake. The earth is not damaged, and the grass grows lush and green. This prophecy, known as the Seven Fires prophecy, says that if humans choose the natural path, then we will proceed towards peace and unity and a healthy Mother Earth. The other road is described as a hard-surfaced highway where everything moves faster and faster at an unimaginable speed. On this path, humans embrace technological advancement with little regard for Mother Earth. Many Native nations believe this path is symbolized by the oil pipelines, the black snakes that crisscross our lands, bringing destruction and harm. This path leads to a damaged earth. The prophecy is coming to life right before our eyes. This book was created as I became increasingly aware of the many tribal nations that are fighting pipelines from crossing their tribal lands and waterway. In April of 2016, the Standing Rock Sioux tribe stood up against the titans of industry to protect their region's water and sacred burial grounds. From one of these oil pipelines, the Dakota Access Pipeline. Although the tribes and residents are often told that these pipelines are safe, there are countless oil leaks every year across the world. These leaks caused tremendous damage and destruction to plants, wildlife, and water. What started out as a camp made of a few tribal members near the Cannonball River in Fort Yates, North Dakota, would eventually grow into a movement that would bring together more than 500 indigenous nations from all over the world to stand for clean water. Seeing reports of the protests had a profound effect on me. I am a citizen of the Turtle Mountain Band of Ojibwe, a tribe also located in North Dakota. While other members of my tribe traveled to Standing Rock to lend their support, traveling to North Dakota from my home in Maryland wasn't possible for me at the time. But I knew what was. Using my voice to tell a story to honor the Standing Rock water protectors, and share this historical movement with the world. Sadly, despite the fierce protests, construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline's historic movement forward, with no assurances to the Standing Rock Sioux tribe that the pipeline wouldn't leak and that their water sources would be safe from contamination. Unfortunately, there were leaks in the Dakota Access Pipeline before construction was ever complete. Like the Standing Rock Sioux, many tribes and their allies continue to fight pipelines on a daily basis. This is not just a Native American issue. This is a humanitarian issue. It is time that we all became stewards of our planet so that we can protect it for our children and our children's children. Water affects and connects us, so we must fight to protect it. I have hope that the next generation, you, will continue to see the importance of preserving our precious planet by pledging to be a water protector with me. Miigwech, Carole. Isn't this a beautiful book? Thank you for reading it along with me and learning other ways that you can show up and how people are showing up around in their communities to help.